This is the Haftarah, the reading of the prophets for the weekly Torah portion of Toldot, although it is not the usual reading. It is a special reading known as Machar Chodesh. Um, it is read when the next day is Rosh Chodesh, which it is this year. Rosh Chodesh Kislev, that is. We're blessing the month we'll be blessing the new month, and then we'll be reading the special Haftarah Machar Chodesh, which is found in the book of Samuel, chapter 20, 1 Samuel 20, 18 through 42. It's 25 verses. ויאמר לו יהונתן מחר חודש ונפקדת כי יפקד מושבך. And Jonathan said to him, tomorrow is the new moon, and you will be remembered, for your seat will be vacant. ושילשת תרד מאוד ובאת למקום אשר נסתרת שם ביום המעשה, can't really tell. וישבת אצל האבן האזל. For 3 days you shall hide very well. You shall come to the place where you hid on the day of work. And you shall stay beside the traveler's stone. The traveler's stone. ואני אשלוש את החציצים צידה אורה לשלח לי למטרה. And I shall shoot 3 arrows to the side, as though I shot at a mark. והנה אשלח את הנער לך מצוא את החיטים. אם אומר לנער הנה חציצים ממך והנה כחנה ובא שלום לך. And behold, I shall send the youth, saying, go find the arrows. And if I say to the youth, behold, the arrows are on this side of you, take it and come, for it is well with you, and there is nothing the matter, as the Lord lives. V'im ko omar le'elem hine hachitzim mimcha v'hala'a lech ki shalachecha Adonai. But if I say thus to the youth, behold, the arrows are beyond you, go, for the Lord has sent you away. And concerning the matter which we have spoken, I and you, behold, the Lord is between me and you forever. ויסתר דוד בשדה והנה החודש ויהי החודש וישב המלך אל הלחם לאכול. And David hid in the field. And when it was the new moon, Saul sat down to the meal to eat. וישב המלך על מושבו כפעם ופעם אל מושב הקיר ויקם יהונתן וישב אבנר מצד שאול ויפקד מקום דוד. And the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, upon the seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat down beside Saul, and David's place was vacant. ולא דיבר שאול מאומה ביום ההוא, כי אמר מקרה הוא, בלתי טהור הוא, כי לא טהור. And Saul did not say anything on that day, for he thought, it is an incident, he is not clean, for he is not clean. ויהי ממחרת החודש השני, ויבקר מקום דוד. ויאמר שאול אל יהונתן בנו, מדוע לא בא בן ישי גם תמול גם היום אל הלחם? And it was on the morrow of the new moon, the 2nd day of the month. And David's place was vacant, and Saul said to Jonathan his son, why has not the son of Jesse, come to the meal either today or yesterday. Vayan Yehonatan al Shaul Nishal David imadi ad Bet Lechem. And Jonathan answered Saul, David asked leave of me to go to Bet Lechem. Vayomer Shalchani na ki zavach mishpacha lanu ba'ir v'hu tzivali achi v'yata im tzadichem enecha imaltana v'yeret achai al ken lo ba el shulchan hamelech. And he said, let me go away now, for we have a family sacrifice in the city. And he, my brother, commanded me, and now, if I found favor in your eyes, let me slip away now and see my brothers. He therefore did not come to the king's table. Vayichar av Shaul b'Yehonatan v'yomer lo ben avat tamardut halo yadati ki bocher ata leben Yishai levosh techa ulevosh et ervat imecha. And Saul's wrath was kindled against Jonathan. And he said to him, you son of a straying woman, deserving of punishment, did I not know that you chose the son of Jesse to your shame and to the shame of your mother's nakedness? Ki chol hayamim asher ben Yishai chai al ha'adama lo tikon ata umalchutecha ve'ata shlach v'kach oto elai ki ben mavetu. For all the days that the son of Jesse is living on the earth, you and your kingdom will not be established. And now send and take him to me, for he is condemned to death. Vayan Yehonatan Shaul aviv vayomer elav lama yumat ma'asa. And Jonathan answered his father and said to him, why should he be put to death? What has he done? Vayater Shaul et achanit alav le'akoto vayda Yehonatan ki chala hi me'im aviv lahamit et David. And Saul cast a spear upon him to strike him, and Jonathan knew that it had been decided upon by his father to put David to death. V'yakom Yehonatan me'im ashulchan v'chori af v'lo achal b'yom Chodesh hasheni lechem ki netzav al David ki ich limo aviv. And Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger, and he did not eat any food on the second day of the new moon, for he was grieving concerning David, for his father had put him to shame. And it was in the morning that Jonathan went out at David's appointed time. A small boy was with him, and the ויאמר אל נערו רץ מצונה את החיתים אשר אנוכי מורה הנער רץ והוא ירה חצי להעבירו. And he said to his boy, run, find now the arrows which I shoot. The boy ran, and he shot the arrow to cause it to go beyond him. ויבוא הנער עד למקום החצי אשר ירה יונתן ויקרא יונתן אחרי הנער ויאמר לו החצי ממך ועלה. And the lad came up to the place of the arrow which Jonathan had shot, and Jonathan had called after the lad and said, isn't the arrow beyond you? ויקרא יונתן אחרי הנער מהרה ושאל תמון וילך את נער יהונתן את החיצים ויבוא אל אדוניו. And Jonathan called after the lad, quickly, hasten, do not stand. And Jonathan's lad gathered up the arrows and came to his master. והנער לא ידע מאומה אף יהונתן ודוד ידעו את הדבר. And the lad knew nothing, only Jonathan and David knew the matter. ויתן יונתן את כליו אל הנער אשר לו ויאמר לו לך הביא העיר. And Jonathan gave his weapons to his boy and said to him, go bring them to the city. הנער בא ודוד קם מעץ על הנגב ויפול לאפיו ארצה וישתחו 3 פעמים וישקו איש את רעהו ויבכו איש את רעהו עד דוד הגדיל. The lad departed, and David arose from a place toward the south, and he fell upon his face to the ground 3 times, and prostrated himself 3 times, and they kissed one another, and wept one with the other, until David exceeded. ויאמר יהונתן לדוד, לך לשלום, אשר נשבענו שנינו אנחנו בשם אדוני לאמור, אדוני יהיה ביני וביניך, ובין זרעי ובין זרעך עד עולם. And Jonathan said to David, go in peace, and bear in mind that we have sworn, both of us, in the name of the Lord, saying, may the Lord be between me and you, and between my descendants and your descendants forever.